What's going on? How is everybody doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Terrible People Podcast. All right, here we are. Let's see what we can do. Does anybody remember? Does anybody remember the time when people used to love each other? You know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't. It was in my lifetime some of the greatest love songs of all time. And we'll just keep it in the 80s because that is the decade in which I was made. I am a late 83 model human being. I was born December 27th, 1983. I mean, come on. Love songs. Like, just think about the love songs that were out. And then think about today, because music influences a lot of the culture, right? This is what people don't get. So, are we still getting married in 2025? It's a valid question. I mean, and for obvious reasons, there's a lot of horror stories currently. It's definitely not how it used to be. And it seems like a lot of people are getting tired, fed up, and just they don't even feel like they want to do this. Right? Now, it's interesting because I had a conversation with a group of people about this very same thing, like getting married. People wanted to know if I was ever open to being married again. And, I said yes because I still believe someday you and me. Right? I mean, I still believe. I think that being married is essential. I do think that it is a thing. However, with that being said, it's also not for everybody. Okay? Now, where a lot of people are starting to differ because men have been getting the wrong side of the divorce for pretty much the last 40 to 50 years, right? The prenup. Dun, dun, dun. Like in Mortal Kombat when a new contestant presses start or puts a quarter in the machine. All right. We have a new contestant, the prenup, right? So here we are. And this is when men, mostly women though, had a huge problem. And this is where this conversation went left. And my whole thing is this. I understand why somebody might think that, because what are the top things that you hear, right? Oh, well, you don't trust me, so I don't want to be married. That's not necessarily it. Some people will be like, well, you're planning to fail. You don't trust in God. I'm like, hey, look, I don't even think that that's it. I mean, we don't seem to have a problem having car insurance, but it's because we're also forced to have car insurance, right? It doesn't mean that you don't trust in God or whatever it is, that you choose to believe in. It just means that you need to have a little policy, right? I mean, and so on and so forth. So I forget who the attorney was last year. Remember the white guy sitting and he was just talking about how prenups are probably good, and his video did the numbers, right? So I was just laying it out basic for people, like, would you do business with somebody solely based on your feelings and the current situation at that time, right? I don't know. Seem kind of trustworthy. I got a feeling about you. you know. And most people are like, yeah, but that's different. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the same exact thing. It's the exact same thing. It's all about your perception. And when you remove religion and your feelings, right? All it is a basic framework of, hey, look, not saying I don't trust you, but who knows? Let's say you develop a drug habit and you are smoking up our money, right? I need to be able to jump off the ship. I'm not going to sink with a goddamn Titanic. That's what that is. That way you can still preserve yourself and it works for both people. This is what people don't understand. It is honestly in today's litigious society, especially how things have been slanted, so far the other way to overcorrect for, years previous, mistakes against women. This keeps you whole, right? And, a lot of the same people who are, saying, oh, I don't know, they were more open to that, but they still had their reservations. I said, guys, look, it's not planning to fail. It's just acknowledging that we are all humans. And I mean, like, honestly, you know, Prince said it, forever's a mighty long time, but I'm here to tell you there's something else, right? Plan for shit. I, and here's the same thing. Like, this is like having a life insurance policy. You have a family, you have assets, all these things, but then you kick the bucket, right? And you don't actually have a plan of succession. These things matter. Like, who's going to control the money matters. How things are going to be allocated, it all matters. It's the same thing. All these things are all related. But yet, when it comes to this, it's more about the I feel, I this, I that, and I shit you not. Like, I cannot deal with that shit because that's not what it is. Your feelings don't fucking matter, right? I mean, come on, man. Does anybody want to have to go through a court of law to get Fleece Johnson? I mean, the man reportedly has a 12-inch penis. Who wants to get assaulted by the booty man, right? Men and women. Fuck no. And that's the whole thing. I mean, just asking questions, Journey Smollett, right? Juicy's beautiful sister, right? Gorgeous. People were upset because, who is that man? That ain't no man. He's taking her money. Mary J. Blige. Oh my God, he didn't do anything. He doesn't deserve that money. Kelly Clarkson, same thing. She sang those songs. He didn't do anything to deserve that. Right? Tiger Woods. Oh, well, shouldn't have been cheating. Right? Yes, Queen. Yes. Dr. Dre. Yes, Queen. Yes. She wasn't out there making no beats, but guess what? You root for the side in which you know that you will benefit from eventually. And that's exactly why we do need prenups, right? Depending on your situation, depending on where you grew up in the world, some people don't think so. However, I am one of those people. Prenups are not just for rich people, they are for everybody. The court system has everybody bent over a barrel, primarily if you have a penis in between your legs. And hey, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make an early prediction, okay? For the people who are out here in the trans community with a penis and breast implants, the minute you get your person pregnant, and then those niggas have to go through, front of the court and things like that, maybe there'll be some other, We might have some other laws. Same thing for the female to males, right? Because if you think the government is going to stop collecting their check, you have got another goddamn thing coming. And then, and only then, maybe people might just listen because, they don't like to listen to us. But, anyways, I digress. The prenup is for everybody. And that's the whole thing. Like, it's just being mindful of where you are currently. I do like you. I do want to spend the rest of my life with you, but it's not unconditional. Everything has conditions. There is nothing wrong with acknowledging, hey, if you just start smoking meth and doing this, fucking hookers, I'm going to leave, right? If you just start wanting to be, blacked and you're lying and you're not telling anybody anything, you're going to wild sex parties, getting just, beat down by other men's penises, I'm probably not going to stay for that either. And why would I finance that? What? No, absolutely not. No, 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 no. That's not how we're going to do this. It keeps everybody safe. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I just, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.